I guess you could say this movie fell flat. Hey everyone, welcome to another review. Here's my review for the movie Flatliners. Flatliners, yes. This movie stars Ellen Page, sadly, Nino Dobrev, Diego Luna from Bloodfather and Rogue One, and Kiefer Sutherland as a cameo. This movie is directed by Niels Arden Oplev, yes, the guy who gave us The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Yes, the original Swedish version. He also gave us Dead Man Down, not a great movie, but the original Girl with the Dragon Tattoo director directed a horror film. A horror film that is a remake, not a sequel like they promoted the movie was. When this movie was first promoted, it was said to be a sequel to the original Flatliners with Kevin Bacon and Kiefer Sutherland. But it's not. Kiefer Sutherland is in the movie, but this is a complete reimagining of the story of Flatliners. And yes, Flatliners. The story of this movie, yes, this is the story. The story of this movie is about these college kids, and they want to experience what death feels like. So basically, they kill themselves, and they flatline themselves for a few minutes, then they bring each other back from the dead, and when they do this, they start experiencing different phenomenons and stuff. They all become smarter, more intellectual people because they all have experienced death and everything, because they kill themselves and they bring each other back from the dead and stuff. They don't flatline too much and stuff, but the more and more they do this flatlining and stuff, and the more and more they go under, the longer they stay dead, basically the smarter they get. But when this starts happening, other phenomena start happening, like they start seeing ghosts and supernatural things and all this weird, crazy shit and everything. And that begins our horror movie. And that story alone just sounds so stupid and just sounds ridiculous. And yeah, I'm just gonna flat out say it. I have seen the original Flatliners movie with Kiefer Sutherland and Kevin Bacon. It's not a very good movie. Like, it wasn't even a well-received movie when it came out in the 1990s, but I was never a fan of the film and everything. It had a cool concept, but I never really got into the story, and I never really liked the characters, so yeah, I wasn't really a fan of the original Flatliners. But I thought with this movie, they would, do a remake of a bad-ish horror film and make it better. Take the concept and make it more interesting and intriguing, and maybe make it scary and stuff, because it's directed by the guy who did Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, so I know this is a talented filmmaker. And yeah, this movie is horrendous. This is a god-awful horror movie. This is so fucking bad. This is a terrible movie. And yeah, okay, let's start with the positives, because there is one positive about this movie. Before I rip this movie a new asshole, I'm going to create this little box. This little box represents all the good things that are in Flatliners. And the only good thing I'm going to put in this box is Ellen Page. Ellen Page is so good in this movie. She is really good. She's a great actress. She acts her ass off in this movie. You almost feel bad for her, because all these characters are just such horrible characters, and all the actors are giving such stale performances. And then you got Ellen Page, who's actually freaking trying and is actually putting effort in this movie. You just want to tap her on her back and be like, it's okay. Just stop, Ellen. Your good acting is not going to make this movie better and stuff. And she says some of the stupidest dialogue I've ever seen in a horror film. And she sells that. She sells the shit out of it, and she gives a great performance. And what they do, I won't spoil the movie, but what they do with her character it pissed me off. I'm like, oh my god, are they seriously doing this? Oh my god, what are they doing? So yeah, so Ellen Page is in this little box. This is all the good stuff in Flatliners, and this little box is safe from everything I'm about to say about the movie, because this movie is fucking stupid. This is a stupid, dumb, ridiculous, pointless movie. It is hilariously bad at times, but it's a stupid movie. Jesus Christ. just, this is like another Wish Upon. Like, you know the movie Wish Upon that came out a few months ago? It's like that. It's a stupid story. It's hilariously awful. The kill scenes and the death scenes are ridiculous. The characters are the most cliched, one-dimensional horror movie characters, and I don't know why they made this movie. Like, again, if they wanted to take the concept of the 90s film and make an interesting story around it, have interesting characters, build a cool world around the story and the concept, that would have been cool, but they didn't. This is a typical, boring, generic, cliched horror movie that makes no sense and is just so fucking stupid. These characters are stupid, the story is stupid, it makes little to no sense. I have no idea why these people get intelligent because they flatline themselves. It is just so dumb. It's so stupid. It's kind of funny, but it's so dumb. It's so fucking stupid. And I don't get this. And this director is a talented director, and I don't know what went wrong. I don't know what went wrong. Maybe Girl with the Dragon Tattoo is like his only good movie because he did the movie Dead Man Down, which wasn't a great film. And yeah, this is a horribly directed movie. It's an ugly looking movie. It's not well shot. It's not well edited. It's very ugly looking, and yeah. And these performances are so bad, except for Ellen Page. And Diego Luna, I know he can be good in movies. Like, he was great in Bloodfather. He was just so wooden. Looked like he didn't give a shit. Nina Dobrev is so bad in this movie. She has the same look in this whole movie. It's this. When she's scared. When she's happy. When she's mad. That's Nina Dobrev's performance in this whole film. And if you're expecting some Kiefer Sutherland, you're gonna be disappointed. Yeah, this is such a bad movie. The writing is atrocious. Again, the editing is so terrible. There's just some scenes that just, they don't make sense. They're not scary. And it's the most generic jump scares you'll see in like every single horror movie nowadays. It's the cheapest scares you'll ever see. The sound is god-awful. The sound mixing is atrocious. The music's bad, the score doesn't match the pitch of the tone. The tone is wildly inconsistent at times, and just everything about this movie is an abomination. It is one of the worst horror films of the entire year. I want to give this movie a higher grade than a 1 out of 10 because Ellen Page is good, so I kind of have to, don't I? Because when I give a 1 out of 10, that means nothing's good in the movie. Nothing is good about this film. There is one good thing, Ellen Page. She is very good in this movie. That's about it. Nothing else is good. The characters, the direction, the story, the writing. This movie isn't scary. This movie didn't need to exist. They didn't need to do a remake of Flatliners. Yes, that cult classic. We needed another one of those. Stupid. This is an awful movie. One of the worst horror films of the year. Please do not pay money to see this monstrosity of a film. Fuck this movie. This movie sucks. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give the movie Flatliners a 2 out of 10. This movie is so bad, so awful, fucking hated it. And if you're wondering why I have Blu-rays of these movies, I forgot to take those down. I did a top 10 of my favorite scenes in horror films. So expect that top 10 list to come out. And yeah, that was a fun video to make. And yeah, those movies I talk about in that top 10 list are way better movies than Flatliners. You can trust me on that. So yeah, that was my review for the movie Flatliners. So in the comment section below, please tell me, what do you think is the worst horror film of this year so far? What is the worst horror film you have seen this year so far? This I think is the worst horror film I've seen this year. No, it hasn't. No. The Bye Bye Man is the worst horror film. I forgot about The Bye Bye Man, but it figures it's called The Bye Bye Man. But yeah, that's the worst horror film I've seen so far this year. But yeah, what do you think is the worst horror film so far of 2017? Comment below, let me know. And as always, for this video, please like, subscribe to this channel, and join the dark side.